Well, hello everybody. I'm at SIGGRAPH and it's winding down. I want to thank a whole lot of people because we had 4 really great sessions. I want to start with render farming. I want to thank Eddie and I want to thank Scott. They did a great job. Render farming was hugely popular. I had people all day coming to me saying, oh, this was my favorite one of the session. Really, multiple people said that. So the fact that that was their favorite is not only a tribute to you guys, but also a tribute to Mark Hills, who originally started this session. So thanks a lot, Mark. And especially thanks Eddie and Scott and everybody who came. Later on that day, we had Studio Storage. Studio Storage was also quite insightful. We had Eric from Pixar, we had Chris from Image Engine. They brought decades each of experience and it was awesome. So again, thank you guys for really filling that room with a whole lot of knowledge, and everyone else who attended really had a lot of feedback. I'll be covering all of these subjects on A Cup of Joe, so I'll detail in detail what we talked about in each of these sessions in an upcoming video, so keep your eyes out for that. So then we have Studio Security. That was a new one this year, and we launched it this year by talking to TPN. TPN came in, they explained their new process, they explained how it works. We talked about what to do if you're compromised, if you've had a ransomware attack, how do you deal with those first few steps. Hope a lot of people were taking notes and a lot of people were able to take home some real hard information that they can use tomorrow if they have a problem. In Canada, 100% of companies surveyed said that they had some sort of cyber attack. So it is important to assume you're going to be attacked. That is the new reality. Expect to see another TPN session next year, as well as another Studio Security session where we'll likely cover a new subject. And then finally, we had VDI. VDI was another new one this year, virtual desktop infrastructure with the new NVIDIA RTX 6000 BSE card coming out. That's made it so that you can do multi-instance GPUs and segregate all the artist workloads so there's no noisy neighbor problems. And everyone's really diving into VDI this year. So we decided to get everybody together. Stephen Willie brought all his knowledge of years of using VDI at DNEG. Then Stephen Winters, who brought his knowledge from Cinesite of what they're doing. And I think everyone in the room was able to level set and find out where everyone else in the industry was with VDI. And that was important because this is new and everyone needs to know what works and what doesn't work. And there was a lot of information shared there, public information, good information, shareable information amongst each other. And I think everybody left VDI knowing a whole lot more than when they came in. So again, thank you, Stephen, and I didn't mention him yet, John Lee. John Lee from NVIDIA. He went in there, he took on the hard NVIDIA questions head on, and it was a really great session. So thanks to John Lee and NVIDIA, thanks to both Stevens from DNEG and Cinesite, and it was a really great group. You guys had a great dynamic, and I appreciate you coming in. I would expect to see all 4 of these sessions next year in Los Angeles at SIGGRAPH. You should also expect to see like a TPN session by itself. I want to see them elevate to a bigger session above the Birds of a Feather. They need to have a whole dedicated hour, especially in Los Angeles where there are so many smaller studios that really need to get themselves MPA compliant. There's a whole lot of people I was able to shake hands with and I just wasn't able to spend time talking to. So I'm sorry if I didn't get a chance to say hi long enough. There's just hundreds of people here that I know. And sometimes I gotta go do work. Saw a lot of clients, met a lot of vendors. And I want to thank CDW for sending me here once again this year. You guys are awesome. You always support me in my SIGGRAPH activities. And I always make sure my SIGGRAPH activities support CDW, which is not a hard stretch. This year, we're building a new VDI solution. This year, we're rolling out a new AMD solution with over 300 cores per box. CDW Studio Cloud is going to be doing awesome things in 2026. So stay tuned to my channel. Stay tuned to this LinkedIn account. Remember, my YouTube channel is called A Cup of Joe, and my other YouTube channel is called RVing with Joe. So don't forget to check that out too. Now the boats are taking off, the crows are fighting, it's time for me to go. See you, everybody. We're having Stephen Willie from DNEG. Get out of here, bird. Get. Stop fighting. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first studio. Oh, there we go, we have a break. Then we have, let me go back here. So then we have Studio Security.